Hello, this is Michele Knight and welcome to a radical August astrology. Not only do we have a full moon and eclipse of the full moon, we have a new moon and eclipse of the sun. Yes, we are in eclipse season, which is all about radical and dramatic change. Our soul is going for a revolution, or even through a revolution. Here's your monthly astrology. Cancer, the August astrology is a huge event for you. Possibly one of the hugest events of the year, even though these two eclipses are not in your sign. They are, after all, your ruler. And in August, the first eclipse is the full moon on the 7th. And this full moon is connected to your sense of power and powerlessness in the world. Funnily enough, actually, both these moon, obviously, are connected in a deep way. And for you, it's about money. It's about your money. It's about other people's money. It's about people having a connection with you and you feeling powerless or powerful. And this month, you have the opportunity to break through, to have a soul revolution where you stand on your own 2 feet, where you know that you are the warrior and that you can achieve anything. Of course, this may involve a bit of a journey through fears, a journey in letting go, but also a journey in receiving. How good are you at receiving? Because sometimes that can make us more powerless or feel powerless when we receive than when we give. And these are some of the questions you're going to have to ask yourself this month. This particular full moon is in your primal emotion zone. So it's about money, sex, life, death, rebirth, obsession. It may be because it's a peak experience that you've been involved in something that's captured your energy. It could be a taboo relationship. It could be having a secret affair. It could be doing something sexually that's a secret. It may be lending money from someone, or these are things that have happened in the past that are coming to a head. But whatever it is, it reaches a crescendo on the 7th, 8th. Although, to be honest with you, it could take a few weeks for it really to become obvious what you have to let go of. But you'll have a good idea as the moon is bringing you a sign or a symbol on that day. Now, I have to say, on the other hand, it may be, as it's a full moon, it's bright and full of that loving lunar energy, it may be that you're letting go of something that's kind of a fear around sexuality, sensuality, money, or standing on your own 2 feet, and you're able to break through and overcome that pattern. And it is a positive moon because it's trine Jupiter, the lord of good fortune and expansion in your home and family zone, and it's sextile the sun in your financial zone. So maybe you are going to be earning more money, you have reached that peak and the eclipse is taking you on to the next phase. It may be that people around you there's been a dynamic where you're helping them out financially or they're helping you out financially, and that dynamic changes. But whatever it is, it's powerful in building you up and in taking you to the next level, because you've got the peak moon experience, then you've got the surrender and moving on to the new phase, which I believe is truly exciting. And as I said, it's got lovely little trine to Jupiter. There should be some expansion and good fortune connected to your family there. Now, Mercury, the planet of communication, on the 10th is sextile Venus, the planet of love. And Venus is in your sign. So on the 10th, you have an opportunity to have a real amazing and healing conversation with someone connected to love and relationships. It's not just necessarily sexual relationships, romantic relationships, soulmate relationships. It can be to do with your friendships and your deep tribe, your soul, people that you feel a soul connection with. And also on that day, the sun is sextile Jupiter. So you're feeling grounded. The sun is in a very grounded position for you, and Jupiter is in your home and family, so all of that's coming together very nicely. On the 12th, Venus is trine Neptune, and you may have this idea that you want to study something, or you want to or you might be doing yoga, for instance, and you have this epiphany, you have this spiritual revelation, or you may decide that you want to travel the world and you're going to just go for it. This is great, and actually I truly believe it can be a transcendental experience where you rise above the mundane, but be cautious because Neptune is, of course, sometimes sprinkles us with magic fairy dust of illusion, which is very pleasant. But when we wake up from our dream sleep, we're like, oh, okay, that wasn't very practical. Now, Mercury, the planet of communication, is going retrograde, is going backwards. And he's going backwards in your position of communication. Now, we all know, I'm pretty sure we all know, I'm pretty sure you know that when Mercury goes retrograde, it's challenging and it brings up issues. People misunderstand. It's like people, you know, are speaking Swahili and German to each other. No one's getting what's being said. You know, everybody's speaking a different language. And it's like, why don't you understand me? So it's very important to be very clear about what you've got to say. Fortunately for you, Venus is in your sign, so people love you a little bit more. It's a very strong month for love and affection and self-love and beautiful connections with people. But Mercury may throw a spanner in the works at certain points. Make sure you check what you're sending out via email, that you're not CCing someone in that shouldn't be getting it. Make sure that you're saying nice things in your social media and you're not being misunderstood, all of that stuff. But I'm going to think you can handle it. Also, the third house is about short distances. So if there's any travel arrangements, double check that. Now, Venus is opposing Pluto on the 15th and Venus is squared Jupiter on the 17th. You may be feeling that you want freedom or change connected to your relationships, or you want to shift a power dynamic. Fair enough, but I would suggest you think about it for a few weeks before you go in there all guns blazing. It's not like you to lose your temper or to put your foot down, so maybe it's a good thing. But if you do it, don't do it from one extreme to the other. Yeah, letting everybody have all of their way or demanding that no one has their way. Find your middle ground. Now on the 21st, that's when we have the new moon eclipse. And this is the big one, really. This is about mega change. And for you, it's in your position of money, finance, work, groundedness, stability. So there's a big change coming there. Having said that, fortunately, the sun and moon are trine Uranus. And I think there's going to be the opportunity of an unexpected shift in your career because Uranus is in your position of career. So you've got this big change and revelation. If you find, for instance, that suddenly you change your job, you lose your job, or you get a new job, whatever it is leads to bigger things. So if you're going into a new job, it could be really important. And if, let's say, somebody lets you go, it's going to end up being the making of you. So at the time, don't panic. It could be, you know, which I think the importance of astrology is sometimes it's not a literal immediate change, but it's an esoteric change. It's a change in our way of seeing things. And you may be shifting your energy in connection to your career, and then you take it to the next step, and then you grow, and then it changes, and then it moves forward. So seriously powerful stuff. On the 22nd, the sun is moving into your position of communication. You're going to have loads of ideas and loads of important banter with people this month. And when Saturn turns direct on the 25th, hopefully you'll be feeling more grounded and more stable when it comes to your health and well-being. Perhaps you've been feeling a bit sluggish, a bit held back in some way. On the 26th, the Venus, the planet of love, is moving out of your sign, but it's not too bad. She's moving into your financial sector and your grounded and luxurious center. So you feel grounded. You might be tempted to spend too much. You might be tempted to experience all the pleasures that life has to offer. Nothing wrong with that. But she also gives you the opportunity to ground your relationships. So all in all, this month is pivotal for the whole year, I would say, for you. But you got it going on. You know what you got to do. Use that magnificent intuition. Look out for the signs, the symbols, the dreams, and the magical, mystical messages that the moon is going to send you. I would light a candle. I would send my wishes out, and I would embrace what's coming. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Hello, wonderful one. Thank you so much for listening. It would be fabulous if you liked, subscribed, or shared. It would be really, really helpful. Also, I have a ton of free stuff for you. Horoscope.co.uk for everything astrology, and michelleknight.com for everything psychic and free tarot reading. See you there.